you for joining this third workshop from the Health Innofacilitator project. Welcome. This is the third and last workshop organized in the framework of this project. Before starting, we would like to share with you some housekeeping rules. Let me share my screen. For a moment, please. Just give me a second, please. Okay, now I will share it. I will do it on presentation mode. Could you please confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So as I told you, this is the third workshop. It's the implementation of a PPI process. During this workshop, we will introduce a step-by-step PPI implementation process, and we will share with you some success stories. As I announced, there is some housekeeping rules. First of all, I would like to inform you that this workshop is being recorded. It's also announced during the registration process, and the recording will be available on the Health Facilitator community platform and also the project website. This website already includes all the previous workshops we have already performed. That will in 3 days. This will be available in this site. Okay. I would also like to ask you that if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to type them into the chat box. There will be a slot for questions after each of the presentations, and also at the end of the workshop. Okay. Your microphones and cameras may be open. I kindly ask you to be closed during the presentations, but for sure you can turn off your cameras. This will be more comfortable for all of us. And also I kindly ask you to be proactive and participative. The idea is not to have a standard webinar, some kind of boring webinar, but to an iterative workshop to be useful for you to collect information, to share your thoughts, to share your doubts with the people involved in them and within all of you. And also at the end of the workshop, you will be asked about the quality of this event. So please answer this survey because your feedback is very valuable for us in order to share the results of the quality of the workshop with the European Commission. Okay. Also, I would like to introduce you the agenda for today. We'll come with Silvia Paoleya, that is International Affairs Coordinator at Medicine, and she is the project coordinator of the Health Facilitator project. She will introduce you some of the activities of this EU-funded project and the ones that have already been running in the past and the coming one. Also, we come with Ana Miquel Gomez. She's head of innovation and international projects at CERMAS. He will introduce you some success stories about the PPI process, how they deal with the project monitoring and some evaluation systems they have developed. After the coffee break, Caterina Sampol, the coordinator for public procurement of innovation of Hospital Santa Pau from Barcelona in Catalonia in Spain, will also introduce you some success stories, the Ritmo Core PPI and Ticket PCP, and will describe you the implementation of some innovative products and services as a result of a PPI. And that's all from my side. Now I give the floor to Silvia. Please give me just a second to share the screen for her presentation. Just a couple of minutes more. Sorry for this delay. Okay. I will do it also in presentation mode. Now I think that you can
Perfect.
see.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So,
Thank you, Raquel. Welcome to all of you to this third workshop on the implementation of a PPI process. I'm Silvia Paolella, International Affairs Coordinator for Medicine Paris Région, that is the coordinator of the Innofacilitator project. I will just go through our main objective and quickly introduce to you this project that I have the honor to coordinate since last November. So to go through the overall objectives of the Health Innofacilitator project, we want to foster and nurture a sustainable community of innovation procurement, increase the awareness, skills, and knowledge about innovation procurement as we will be doing today, improve SMEs and startup capability to access innovation procurement, leverage capability among the buyers, enhance cooperation between public and private organizations, and promote best practices, value-based procurement, and EU dimension of solution with new cooperation models. And I will go through this a little bit deeper in my presentation. So just to introduce the consortium, we are very lucky to have all the stakeholders of our initiative represented in our consortium. So Medicine Paris Région is now leading this project. We are the health tech cluster of the Paris region with more than 500 members. Then we have Science and Innovation Link Office that is hosting us today. We have another cluster from Italy, Bioindustry Park Silvano Fumero. We have the EURIGA, European Regional and Local Health Authorities, with that, along with the RESA is leading our community building work package. With RESA, we have the European Public Procurement Alliance that has joined our project, and we also have the European Federation of Hospitals and Healthcare in Belgium. So we are very lucky to be able to represent our stakeholders during just in our consortium, but I will go a little bit further into that, because as I said before, one of the aim of a project is to build a community, and as I explained, we are a really strong base with our consortium, but we also built an advisory board that, as you can see, represents another layer of expertise in our initiative, and we have a line of advocates. I just put some logos here. It's not all of our advocates, but they are very important European actors that are maybe hospitals, projects, suppliers, other European projects that also communicate about the project and that we work with. Perfect. So just to go through some things we have already done during those months of the Innofacilitator project. As Raquel said, we have a website the Innofacilitator website, in which you can find a capacity building catalog. It has just been renewed. I mean, we have new materials inside right now. But it's available training resource in the area of procedure and good practices, sustainable innovative procurement, evaluation framework, and IP and document and IP management. So this is available right now on the website. The idea for us was to, give all of you, the community, really these materials that cover our topic, in order for us to be able to see what has already been done in terms of building a workshop or webinars, etc. But also, to create this catalog in our website. Also, so we are right now in the third workshop of the Innofacilitator project, and if we have 3 training package in this project. So I just want so that we can show you what we have already been done and what will be done in the upcoming months. So we have the first training package that is leveraging on best practices and success story based webinar. We already have been talked about European projects that have been coming before us and that have dealt with innovation procurement, and we can see, as Raquel said, recording on our website if you're interested in what we have already done. We are right now in the second work package, so support for innovation, training package, sorry, support for innovation technology management, with the third workshop on the implementation of PPI process. And last but not least, and I put it on bold this time, we have the upcoming third training package with a coaching package towards public buyers. It will be launched soon, second half of 2023. So don't hesitate to follow our LinkedIn and our website, because it's where we will be announcing the launch of the call. But it's a very precious initiative on our side, with one coaching package to our public buyers, and only max five will be selected. So if you're interested, don't hesitate. But not least, I put our LinkedIn, our website, and our community. If you scan the QR code that you can see right at the bottom of this slide, it will directly link you to the Innofacilitator community. Just to go to quickly introduce it, it's like kind of LinkedIn that links public buyers and suppliers. We launched it last month, so it's pretty new on our side. We're very happy to be able to have this platform that gather our Innofacilitator community. So don't hesitate to join. You'll have all the news about the project, but also you will be able to introduce your project, your initiative in the platform by also uploading documents or just writing news. And don't hesitate to join the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sylvia. We'll stop sharing. And now I will give you the floor to Anna Miquel to introduce her experience and the portfolio of projects that she will collect some very interesting information for all of you. I don't know, Diana or Miquel.
Okay, yeah,
Anna,
we'll share the presentation.
Okay,
don't worry,
great.
Anna.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just confirm me you can see it in full.
Yes, I can see it. Okay. Okay, so you are going to move from.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just tell me and I will go.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, Raquel. Thank you very much for giving us Silo the opportunity of sharing our experience. Also, I think it's very, very interesting to be in this project and in another European projects that are trying to facilitate the development of public procurement of innovation. And my presentation is going to be about our experience in this public procurement of innovation process, and also about how to monitor and how to evaluate the results of this public procurement process. Well, I'm happy to be here, not only because I think it is very interesting to be here, also because I can see in the assistance persons that are also from Madrid region and from other regions that are really colleagues in this specific topic. And Diana, please. Yes. Well, this is about me. Probably is not the main. It is not relevant at this moment, but only to say that for us during these last years, to learn about innovation and to learn about public procurement in innovation has shown a different way of making things that, from our perspective, can help to transform and to advance in the public health organizations. We came from being part of the Madrid Health Service as in different positions, from the strategic position to a family physician position, and also of being in contact with another organizations out of Madrid and out of Spain. And from us, during these last years, we have found the ways in which the opportunities that Europe and the rest of the world and the public procurement can offer can be linked with the needs and that the health systems has at this moment. And please, Diana. So this is my index. During my presentation, we are going to try to be more interactive. So we have some questions that you can access to Slido. So please have your phone ready and the access to Slido that we will then after we will show you how to do it, because we are going to make you some questions about your knowledge, your experience, your opinions about public procurement. And of course, if you have any other questions, you can put it on the chat. We will have some time at the end of my presentation to have a conversation, to questions, to comments, to everything. But during the presentation, we are going to have some cuts and we are going to make you some questions to Slido. This is the index, a brief introduction, then to go deep inside what is the PPI process, then how we can monitor and how we can evaluate the results and of these PPI projects, and some lessons learned that we want to share with you. So please, Diana. Just a short introduction about who we are, just to justify that why we are here. This is the business model of our unit, and our value propositions, our key activities is to try to promote open innovation in all the different phases of this open innovation, from the need to the final entrepreneurship. And in concrete, we directly manage public procurement projects like the ones that we are going to comment. But we have another activities. For example, we are part of EIT Health. We try to promote the development of spin-offs. Now with Silo, we are trying to start with different European projects about pre-commercial procurement of innovation. And this is part of the team, and we work not alone. We work with a lot of organizations. We work with the different foundations in Madrid. In Madrid region, we have 13 foundations and 9 institutes of research. We work with the unit of European projects that have to prepare the different proposals, and with different organizations like Silo, for example. So this is why we are here. We try to promote innovation, and one of our roles is the directly manage of public procurement projects for innovation. Please, Diana. We have a website. It is CPI Sanidad. Diana, you can write it probably, and it is in Spanish and in English. There you can find a lot of information about the different steps that we have been carried out during the last years, and also the results of some of the projects of public procurement. It is accessible from the website of Madrid Health Council, but also from the outside. So some of the information that I'm going to share, you can find it too. And here it is the reference of 3 of the projects that I am going to have as reference during my presentation. The 3 projects were presented a few weeks ago. There are big strategic innovation projects, and I am going to mention them in the different steps, in the different phases of the process that I am going to mention. The first one is IntegraCam. IntegraCam, thank you, Javier. IntegraCam is a public procurement project that was developed with the Getafe Hospital and Primary Care that promotes the detection of the intrinsic capability in elderly people. It is a telemonitorization project in which we have some resources to identify this intrinsic capability, but also allows to have an individualized plan of intervention for each patient, and also allows the communication with primary care and the hospital through the geriatrician services. So it is a telemonitorization project, but with the focus of the functional and intrinsic capability of the patients, with the possibility of establishing an individual plan. And this is one of the projects. The second project is Medigenomics, that you will see a video at the end. We will share the videos of this project at the end. Medigenomics is a genomic platform that allows the inclusion of phenotype and genotype resources with quality control of all the process, that allows to obtain a normalized phenotypic and genotypic report, that also allows to obtain the all the documents that one person have to sign before the genotypic report, and also allows the update of the reports because it matches the results with the changes in the scientific literature. So a very impact project. And the third one, but not the least, is Infobanco, that we have developed with Hospital 12 de Octubre. Medigenomics was with Hospital La Paz, where the group of experts are. And Hospital 12 de Octubre is Infobanco with primary care also. It is a data lake with a data platform of normalized data that allows to use the data for a primary use and also for a secondary use for research, innovation, quality management, or, for example, through artificial intelligence to help in the decision making. So 3 very big strategic projects that have been developed in the last 2.5 years. In fact, the final projects in 1 year and 1 month. So, and this is the reason why I'm here. I'm going to try to share with you this process and how we could get successfully to the end of these projects and how we did it, and the lessons learned, and also what was right and what was wrong. Okay, please, Diana, the next one. Why public procurement of innovation? For the one that don't have too much experience in this topic, public procurement of innovation, in fact, is the way that we can introduce innovation using the public procurement procedures that we have. We will see that there are some differences depending on the type of public procurement of innovation, but in fact, this is the real thing. And in some cases of public procurement, the procedures are the same one that we use in another things, but the result is different. The result is to introduce innovation in the public organizations, in the public system. And this is some of the advantages that we achieve when we use public procurement of innovation. Of course, the first one is that the fact that during public procurement, there's a process of co-creation. Sometimes when we are in the health systems, we think we know what we need, and we think we know how to get it. But in fact, we only know part of what we need, and we only know part, of course, of how to get it. And the contact with the different companies, with the different small and small companies, and big companies, and with the startups in this tender process is very, very interesting. It is really a process of common learnings between each part. The third one is that this is a real change, and from us, it's a culture change. In the public health organization and the public organizations used to plan the changes, the transformation, top down strategic changes. And innovation gives the opportunity of building the innovation in a bottom-up way. So it is a real culture of change that it is facilitated by the innovation. Of course, it gives us the opportunity of the acquisition of goods and services, putting the focus in the needs of the public administrations, of course. But at the end, what we are doing is that we are introducing innovation as part of our common procedures. If tomorrow I want to change all the pediatrician plant of one, and I see one of the pediatricians in Madrid in the assistance of one of my hospitals, I can do it like we did it in the past, or I can do it asking the companies, what can I introduce? What new, what innovation I can introduce in this kind of procurement? And probably the result will be that at the end, the result is going to be much more better, with much more transformation than if I do it in the usual way of the public procurement. So it is really the way of introducing innovation in public services. Please, Diana, the next one. So let's start with your participation. Okay. Here you have to join slido.com with this numbers, with this or even scanning the QR code. And we are going to ask you not how much you know. It's more about your opinion than to try to have share our knowledges and select your preferred option. So when you have it ready, because we are going to count that all of you have access to a Slido, we will start.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And I take the floor for you now. And just a minute to everyone to scan or to enter Slido and put the code you see in the screen. So you can access the survey now. I give you 1 minute. Okay, I will ask some of my colleagues if they can put in the chat the code also that's in the screen in the chat box, so everyone can access in a few minutes also. And meanwhile, I will stop sharing and start the quiz, so you can start answering the questions we have. Anna, if you want, we can read first the questions we have here in the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yes, this is the first question. And this is more about your experience. And you don't have to have experience to be here, so don't worry, okay? It is just to know who we are and what is our experience. And what is your experience in public procurement of innovation? If you say the first one, you don't have any experience, so no. The 2 is less than 3 projects. The 3 is between 3 and 5 projects included. And the 4 is more than 5 projects. So Diana? You are mute.
I will stop sharing to activate the survey so everyone can answer. Just give me a second.
There's a comment in the chat.
Yeah, it seems that pools seems that are not open.
Now it's open. Yeah, you should be able to answer now.
Thank you, Fermin.
So I will share again just to read all the questions, and then we will share the results if you want, Anna.
Yeah,
we have
the second question is, are the public procurers, this is your opinion, ready for innovation procurement procedures? The first option is yes, and the second option is no. There is no in the middle.
Okay.
Anyway, either way, everybody would be in the middle. So yes or no?
Okay, so we wait 1 minute so everyone can answer.
There is a question on the chat, Diana, that
Yes.
says that the second question is different to the one shown on the slide. Maybe there is a mistake.
Yeah. Okay, sorry for that. Yeah, I don't know what. Okay. I can, just give me a second, I can edit it.
Thank you, Diana. Anyhow, that demonstrates that you are participating actively in the survey. So thank you to all of you for that, because your thoughts, your ideas, it's very interesting for us and to debate about the how useful are PPI.
Okay, sorry for that. I'm just updating it.
Thank you, Diana. Now it's ready, so it's the turn to answer to the second question based on your own experience, your ideas. You know, this questionnaire, this survey is anonymous, so do not be shy and share your opinions within all of us.
Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen with the results, okay, Anna, and you can comment whatever you consider. Yeah. There you have the first one.
Well, in fact, this is what we hope to find, because in the public organizations there is not too much experience in public procurement of innovation. So even it is more than what we hope to find. And in fact, we have a 7% of people, or 3 people that have a lot of experience, probably because they work in this specific topic. I don't know if you have to change who is going to be the speaker, because we have some persons with a lot of experience. So this is the results. So probably what we hope to we thought we could find. And the second one, Diana.
Yeah. I think anyone has voted because it was edited, so you can do it now if you want. Yeah, I don't know if you can access again.
Could you please confirm if you can access to this second edited question? Fermin says that he cannot access the pool.
No. Okay, so I will open it again. Maybe we can try now, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Now it works.
Now, yes. Okay. Thank you, Ruben.
We cannot see the votings. Okay, maybe we can do it just by the chat if you want, or
Well, or we can wait till the next cut that we are going to do. I don't know, Diana, if next cut, when we complement the rest of the questions, we can go back to this question.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
and we continue with the presentation, okay?
Okay.
Now, Anna, I think that you have the right now to share the screen, and it's
Yeah,
more comfortable for you.
Okay, it's more comfortable, yes. So I'm going to share, okay?
Great, thank you.
Okay. So you can see it, I think so.
Yes.
Okay. So
now we can see.
We are going to go into the PPI process. I'm going to try to not to be too much full. But first of all, we have to know sometimes when some organizations, some public procurers, some suppliers are thinking about public procurement of innovation. They have an idea, they have a product, but the first question is that we have to know if it can, in fact, be a public procurement project. The first question is, what is our innovation window? And of course, the 43% of the people that have experience have faced this question, but the other 57 probably not always. And of course, we have this technology readiness level, TRL, that was established by NASA, and that show us the idea that from an original idea, you have some steps to get a prototype, then you validate, and then you go into production. And in fact, to have a window of innovation, we cannot pass from the 7.4 level of TRL, 7.8 level of TRL, sorry. But we have to know to establish what kind of what modality of public procurement of innovation we have to select. In fact, next slide, and I'm sorry. When we talk about public procurement, we have several types. The first one is pre-commercial procurement, public procurement. This pre-commercial is the one that finishes in a prototype to develop very innovative solutions, and it finishes with a prototype. The second option is that public procurement of innovative technology. In this case, you are going to develop a technology that probably can exist, but you can develop more. You can develop more than how it exists in the beginning, or you can develop this technology to use it with different requirements, with different in a different context. So you have a technology, but not a mature technology that you have to develop, or you have a technology that has been using for some processes in some contexts, and you are going to use in different contexts. So you have a smaller window of innovation. And the third one is an innovation partnership that includes both types, the previous types, the first one and the second one. And why do you have to know what kind of pre-commercial procurement of innovation type? Because the process is going to be a little bit different if you select the pre-commercial or if you select the public procurement of innovative technology. This is some of the steps that you have to go if you, from your challenge in identification, then you go through the strategic planning, then you go to the co-funding application, and then you formalize these agreements, and then you start with the project, still the tender launch. I'm going to focus in the different steps that we go through from this step 4 formalization of the agreements that we made in December of 2020 till the tender launch until the end of the project in the next slides. But this slide is to remember that you have some preparation activities that you have to make before the formalization of the agreement. In fact, in the current basis of the innovation from the demand of the Minister of Science and Technology, some of the activities that we make after the formalization of the agreements are going to have to be before, and some of these instruments have a little bit changed, but consider always the need of the preparedness of the project. And this was the different chronology of the steps that we went through from January, February of 2021 till the end of the projects. We start in this unit in January 2021, and 1 month after we launched the website of public procurement that we have shared with you before. And just 2 months later, we presented the pre-commercial procurement preliminary consult to the market, and we made it with who was then the advisor of the Madrid Council, and we have a lot of attendees, more than 200. Then we made some technical workshops to send the message of what were our goals, what we wanted to achieve, what were the main challenges that we wanted to face. This was in March with also a lot of attendees. And at the end of month, we received about 78 proposals of this preliminary consult to the market. A lot of proposals of 78 different companies. So imagine it was a lot of work to try to obtain all the information about what the suppliers, what the companies were telling us about our challenges. We published in June of 2021 the conclusions of all this preliminary consult to the market, and we published it in July. And in the 30th of July, we have the tender documents finalized. So in less than 6 months, this is a short period to include this public consult to the market. Next steps, we received a prize in October 2021 of Amparo POC Award, and this was a really surprise for us. And then we start all the procedures that we will see more deeply after, till including the government's approval of the spend of this project, till we get to the tender launch in December 2021. then all the agreements were publicated. We we offered we evaluate the tender offers, and the contracts signature was in April and May of 2020. We have to finish the projects in June 30 of June 2023. So we have 1 month, 1 year and 1 month for all these big strategic projects to develop from the beginning. And with these different milestones, these milestones are some deliverables that have to be achieved and have to be evaluated, and then with different payments in this process of the chronology of the project. We have 5 milestones. The last one was the effective and validated deployment of the technological ecosystem. So between the 21, the end of May till 30 of June, only some improves could be made. Most of the project has to be finished in the 5th milestone. But and what if this is for this is in these projects that were projects of public innovative technological innovative procurement. But if in the case of pre-commercial, the changes are in the previous one, you saw these milestones with only one company, because the contract was with only one company. In these cases, for Infobanco was entity data from Medigenomics, Fujitsu, with participation of another companies in all the cases, and from Integracam was Evident, Atos Evident. And in the different milestones, only that company participates. But in the case of a pre-commercial procurement, then the difference is that it is a research and innovation process, and you have to consider. It is the mandatory that you have to consider more than 2-3 suppliers in the different phases. So with the same deliverables, the same milestones, but with participation of more than 3 in the first phase, more than 2 in the second phase, so till the last phase. And the truth is that you have to consider more than 2 phases and more than 3 suppliers from the beginning. And at the end, you have the winner that is going to receive the successful of the result. But this is the only difference. The only difference is that you have to be sure of ensuring in this research and innovation process the competition, the transparent competition of the different suppliers in the different phases. The last is very similar. You have to have as milestones, you have to have deliverables, and you have to ensure the co-creation and the transparency in all the phases of these procedures. But this is what we have to do. But now, if we want to analyze this process, we have to go deep inside not only what we have to do, also how we can do it, and what are our lessons learned. So I have some questions for you. Diana?
Yes, Anna, before, if you want, we can, I've put already the code in the chat also, so they can enter it again, and we can read the questions to give a couple of minutes to them to answer while we are reading, and then I share the results, okay?
Okay. So we have this, the question 3, that it is, what instruments can help us to know the innovation window? Remember that first question was to know what was our innovation window, because in fact there is no innovation if there is no innovation window. Probably we have a very good product, but if we cannot, it is mature, it is not an innovative product at this moment. Okay, so first First option, it is pre-market consultation. Second option, technology watch report. 3, competence report. 4, scientific literature review. Some of the questions are not just to know how much you know. It is just to share some information between us. Question 4 is, which are the main risks of this public procurement of innovation process? 1, the absence of interest. 2, the short timings. 3, the absence of profiles and skills. And 4, others.
Yeah, we can read the other 2 questions. Yeah.
Yes. Question 5. What are the main roles and profiles needed in the PPI process? Managers and legal experts in option 1. Option 2 is scientists and quality and IT experts. Question 3 is final users. Option 3, sorry. And option 4 is all of them. Probably this is very easy, but it is just to share. And the question number 6 is methodology essential in public procurement process? It's essential, not only needed. It is essential, yes or no? And I think it was the last one.
Yes,
Diana?
it's the last one. Yes.
So now you can answer through Slido.
Yeah, I will share my screen. Just ask people to vote, as we only have 7 votes already. So please, if you can enter Slido and vote. Okay, so Anna, here you have the results for the first one.
I cannot see it.
You cannot see my screen?
I don't know if I have to.
I will try again. No, don't worry. Okay.
We can see. I could see your screen, and now again, yes, I can see it.
Okay.
Can you see it, Anna?
No. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see it here. Okay. Okay. So what instruments can help us to know the innovation window? Well, we have put in the first place a pre-market consultation, but this is not a very good question, because in fact all these instruments can help us to know the innovation window. The pre-market consultation, of course, and we will see our experience later in pre-market consultation. The technology watch report, it is needed in many cases, because probably you think your idea is very innovative, but you can find a patent, and that means that it already exists. The competence report, of course, and especially when you have to face entrepreneurship initiative, you need to know the competence report. And also the scientific literature review can help. Sometimes it's part of this technology watch, but not always. Okay, so okay, they all help us, but in the first position, pre-market consultation. Okay, next one. Which are the main risks? Okay, so people that assist not too much think that it is the absence of profiles.
Uy, ¿está lloviendo?
Mucho, sí.
¡Ostras!
Sí, sí, sí.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, done.
Okay, so the absence of profiles and skills are in the first stage. Okay, probably. Okay, in fact, all of them are interesting. Okay, but the absence of profiles and skills, in the opinion of the persons, are in the first. The second position is Then about the roles, well, all of them, of course, all of them are needed. So, and of course, no one put only final users, but in fact, we need it. We need it because it is a co-creation. Remember that we are going bottom-up projects. And the next one, question number 6, yes, of course, it's essential. And not only public procurement, a specific methodology. There are many other methodologies that came from the scientist level of the quality management level that can help in this public procurement of innovation. And there was any, and then from the previous stage, we have no, we don't have any other one. I think so.
No, I can share the results of the previous one if you want, Anna, that we weren't able to see it before.
Okay.
So, view results. Yeah, it was this one. Are the public procurers?
Well, people think we are not ready. So, 78%. I think, well, we will see that we could be ready in a short space because we have done it. So if we did it, everybody can do it, okay? So, but are ready? Okay. Let's see more about, I'm going to share my screen. I am going to try to continue, okay? Okay. So, we were here, okay? I don't know why. I don't know why I cannot do it, but
Yes, we cannot do it on presentation mode. Not really sure why. Maybe if you would like to close and open it again. Now we can see on.
okay, I'm going to, oh my God.
Do not worry, Anna. There is still time for this.
Okay.
Now we can see it. Thank you, Anna.
Yes. So how we did it? Of course, we have another project in which we have a technology report, watch report, but for us was very, very relevant the preliminary consult to the market. But how we did it, because we all know the people that have worked with public procurement of innovation, that sometimes you send the communication that you are going to make one consult, and there is no interest by the suppliers, there is no interest by the companies. And for us, it's very relevant not only to do it, it is also very relevant how to do it. And we have established these 3 steps to make a good consult to the market. In fact, Silo helped us a lot. It was the office that helped us a lot in this project, and we learned how to do it in the right way. Of course, we added some elements, but it was very relevant, the participation and the help of Silo. First step is dissemination and communication. We use the website, we used communication and dissemination through different associations and foundations. We use the workshops to show the projects. We public the reports, and also we prepare all the documentations with questionnaires, and we analyze all the proposals received. We analyze by three profiles. Our unit analyzed each proposal, silo analyzed each proposal, and the expert committee analyzed each proposal. And we did 35 interviews that were conducted. Of course, those were the offers that we consider that we have to go deep inside the proposal by an interview and that were more relevant or have more aspects of interest. And the lessons we learned in this whole process of the 78 proposals analyzed by 3 different profiles with 35 interviews and with the analysis and evaluation of all this information, it was a very, very interesting process of learning and co-creation. What we learned is that from our original opinion of what we wanted to build, what we wanted to develop, the perspective of the suppliers, the perspective of the companies give us new ideas that complement and give a lot of richness to the solution. And for us, it was one of the main steps of this process, the consult to the market. And what about the bidding process? The process that we made, since we have a final versions of the tender until we sign the contract. These bullets are all the steps, that small steps, and all the organizations that were, of course, it is a lot of people, a lot of organizations. In this case, the council of the government has to approve the expenditure because the projects were a co-fund project, were co-fund projects with 2.5 million euros, and a lot of parts of our organizations were involved in this process, including legal services, integration, procurement services, all of them. And it was during the summer. If you remember one of the previous slides, so it was during the summer. And what we learned is that it was very relevant to involve and to align all the participants units in this process. We have a meeting with the director of innovation at that moment, Teresa Chavarria, and this was very relevant to try to align and involve in these projects. They were the first public procurement projects in our community, in our council, in the health council, and we try to help all the with teaching activities, with involving them and aligning them in this process. And the second question is that we learned that we have to use emergency procedures. Otherwise, our organizations used to need a lot of little procedures, a lot of steps, and it is quite complicated if you don't use the emergency procedures to adapt to the days, to the timings that we have. So from this slide, my learns are that we have to align all the participant units from the beginning, even before you start, and you have to use the emergency procedures. But the third learning is that you have to know exactly which are the steps that you have to do, and you have to write it, and you have to have it very clear and to share it. Otherwise, you are not going to have to be able to control of these little steps. Another part of how we did it, of course, these are risky projects. When we have finished we have contracted the companies, the first thing we did in the kicking off meeting is to establish all the activities to try to identify, prioritize, and face, and prevent, and manage all the risk. All these projects had a lot of risk. Some of the risk has to be with the timings. Of course, to develop these great projects in no more than a year, it is very risky. And the other risk is that a lot of roles, a lot of parts of the organization are involved in these projects. So you have to identify the risk. And you can use quality actions, quality management to monitor, prevent, and try to avoid this risk during the management. And we did it. In every meeting, we made a follow-up of this risk. We established a structure. We established the proactive follow-up of the risk, the management of the risk, and this was during all the development of the projects. For example, one of the main elements to avoid and to prevent the risk and to be able to finish the projects in this quite small period of time was to establish an organizational structure that this is the one that you have here, with a maximum collaboration, a co-leadership, and a transparency during all the process of the projects. Our unit has to manage the leadership and was responsible for the whole project. Silo and later on T-Systems in the technological coordination give us assistance from the beginning to the end and assistance in the economical, legal, administrative management, but also in the global coordination. Of course, the contractors, Atos, that now is called Evident, Entity Data, and Fujitsu, with the different companies that were part of the consortium that they did with the technological project management and development of the project. And also the expert groups with professionals from the hospitals, from primary care, from the foundations, with different profiles and that help us in the scientists and technical contribution to the process. And we all together with meetings every week, every month, and with groups that work in the different parts of the projects, and also with the same goal, with a co-leadership and transparency. And this was very, very relevant. A lot of effort, but a very productive effort. About the expert committee, for example, you can have here the number of experts that were in each project. In Infobanco, we have 49 projects with 28 experts that work from Hospital 12 de Octubre and another hospitals, for example, La Fundación Getafe Foundations and experts, and also primary care. IntegraCam with a real strength co-leadership between Getafe Foundation, Getafe Geriatrician Hospital and primary care, and Medigenomics with experts from Hospital La Paz and the rest. More than 220 people involved in these projects. So, and a lot of effort, but very productive effort. In a vision of collaboration and co-leadership, this is very relevant. Everyone has a role, everyone has a contribution to the projects. I want to mention at this moment that at the head of this expert in each project, it was a professional that was the leadership of the idea and of the promoter of the idea and the final leadership of the leader of the project. In the case of Infobanco, of course, Dr. Pablo Serrano, that it is the director of planification of Hospital 12 de Octubre. In Integracam, Leocadio Rodríguez Mañas, that it is the chief of geriatrician of Hospital de Getafe, and in Medigenomics, el Dr. Pablo Lapuncina, that it is an expert in genomic in Hospital La Paz. But more than 200 people involved in the projects. More lessons about how we did it, and now methodology. For us, methodology was relevant. You know, and I have been part of my career was in quality management, and in fact, this was an example that if we use methodology, we can go faster and we can go more successfully with the projects. We use different methodologies in the projects, but with some common elements. For example, in one of the projects, Medigenomic, we separate different challenges that we use different challenges with different lines of products to achieve the final product. And all of them, we use the methodology Agile, that it is a methodology in which we have sprints every 3-4 weeks with different demos that show the advance of the different of the project. And of course, the methodology about the quality management of the risk during all the process of the project. So for us, the selection and monitoring of the most appropriate methodology is very essential in the development of this project. Included in the methodology, well, I'm going to go to the next one. It was in one case, one of the projects, in this case, Integracam, has to include the participation of patients included in the project by the primary care physician and nurses. At that moment, it was the moment in which there were a lot of problems in the primary care health service. So for us, it was very relevant to use also a methodology in the implementation plan. And we take as reference the evidence integrated triangle that tries to promote standardized elements to adapt a project to the different context, to facilitate participation, to facilitate that the program has a lot enough scientists support, and to establish the different measures of the implementation. And we use this reference, but we establish a implementation plan that has some elements of co-creation, dissemination, training, and monitoring of the implementation indicators. And in fact, the results were very good. At that moment, it was a very difficult morning in a very short period, and the final results were very good. So another lessons is that we have, in the case of we have to get to patients or professional, we have also to use implementation methods involving the users and reaching the professionals and the patients. And also, we are in innovation projects. Of course, the final goal was to finish successfully with these platforms, ecosystems, finally finish and successfully finish. But another element is that when we are in innovation, we have to have a window of innovation, but also we have to have reference documents that allow to show to the rest of the people how we have do it and what have another organizations to do if they want to translate, to extend this project to another places. So all the projects have a teaching plan. All the projects have some recommendations for sustainability, quality plan to manage the risk, also a user guide, and all of them has a final evaluation of the projects that we will see later. Of course, we to facilitate it, we give the common structure of these documents to all the suppliers in order to facilitate the implementation of these documents that at the end we have to use to complement the justification of these projects that are going to be evaluated by FEDER and by the Minister of Scientists. But for us, what's very useful to have this common structure of documents that finally are part of the deliverables of the final results of these projects that have to show not only we have this, we can show the work, what we have done, how we have done it, and if you want to make it again, you have here the elements that you need. And now we are going into the monitoring and evaluation. So for us, we have some other questions that we would like to continue. One question by Slido. Diana?
Yes, if you can go on, Anna, and we can read the last question before, or I can share if you want.
You can share if you want.
Okay.
To go quicker. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because we are a bit out of time, so I will share my screen. Just give me a second.
Yeah, we have to finish at 10:30, I think so. Is it
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
I will go quicker and we can finish. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Anna. I'm going to share my screen and we'll read the question directly and the answers. So there you have it, Anna. Is there innovation without evaluation? So
yes.
Everyone, please.
Yeah, everybody has, of course, no.
Yeah, there's only two votes, but I think we can go on as it's a very simple question. So
yes, it's a very simple, but it is just a reflection of.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to continue sharing my screen, okay, with the presentation. Sorry.
Hola María, buenos días, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Xa con máis forciña ou...?
Please, if you can close your micros, everyone.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, Anna, but not in presentation mode. Just now.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay. Just a few comments about evaluation, even when I think it's very relevant. Remember that we have an implementation plan. Remember that you have to evaluate it also. So these are the results of this implementation plan, for example, in IntegraCam, with some indicators about the participation, the co-creation activities, the dissemination results, and also about the activities of formation and of the recruitments. And in fact, we could recruit all the patients that we needed. So the final, it was very successful. And now about validation, about impact. When we face an innovation project, we have to try to evaluate what we have done and what we have achieved. So in terms of Donabellian, we have to evaluate different indicators of structure, process, and outcomes, of course. But we translate this to our validation plan and our impact result and impact plan. How we did it? To evaluate for the evaluation plan, we include all the indicators about structure and process. And in the evaluation plan, we included the results, the outcomes. For example, in the case of Infobanco, the results of the use cases, the outputs of the system, the different European projects, and also the experience of the professional through a survey. And of course, there is no innovation without evaluation, and this is another element that distinguish an innovative project from another project. And for example, in another cases, like IntegraCam, this is how we did the validation. Always we define indicators, having the tender as a reference, the contract as a reference. We identify a list of tasks and activities, and we define indicators from each of the tasks. At the final, we have a checklist of the main task that have to be carried out. Then we establish the final list of indicators. So these are the indicators for the validation to show what we have done, the different number of indicators for the design, the development, the implementation. Okay. Finally, 85 indicators that are a checklist of this validation plan that measures what we have done, the structure and the process. Here you have some examples. And about the impact, in the case of IntegraCam, in the case of Infobanco, I told you that we look at the exits of the project, the results of the case studies, of the use cases, and the different projects, European projects that Infobanco was being a reference, or the experience of the professional. And in the case of IntegraCam, as it is a project that gets to the patients and to the professionals, we have as reference the quadruple aim framework, and we establish indicators, clinic indicators, cost indicators, and technical indicators. Through a research to a study protocol that was approved by the research ethic committees of University Hospital of Getafe and Primary Care Research. At this moment, we have some preliminary results, but we have maintained this research that is part of the evaluation of the impact for the next months out of the project to know the final impact of this project. Some of the results as here, the number of patients, the tests, the alerts, the exercise, the incidents. This is more about the process. But for example, some of the preliminary results show that there was a tendency of increasing the mobility and improving the perception of health of the patients. Also about compliance and adherence in when we go from week 1 to week 12, the percentage of exercise compliance was bigger, for example, and also the different scales show and improve through the different weeks of the preliminary study. Also the usability, the more time the people has this elements at home, more time the results of usability are better. And also the perception of professionals is that it is better when it is more time use. So the usability and acceptability of the professionals improve during the weeks of the research. So in this case, a research is part of the evaluation of the results and the impact. And to finalize, are the lessons learned that I have shown during my presentation: learning and co-creation, alignment of all the participant units. In fact, those elements that were more weak are elements in which the participating units were not involved from the beginning. we have to use the emergency procedures in the case of the bidding process. Of course, we have to face the risk during all these projects. We need maximum collaboration, co-leadership, and transparency, and also we need methodology. But the most relevant lessons for these projects, you need collaboration and co-leadership, not only collaboration. Of course, if there is any final question, I just wanted to add it something that in all these projects of open innovation, you need transparency, you need a lot of activities to get to the citizens and to be sure that the projects is well known, to be able to have final scalability of the projects, that it is one of the problems that many of these projects face at the end, and we are going to see. And this was one of you have some videos about the projects that we wanted to share. I don't know if we can do it just in 3 minutes. It is possible? Okay. This is possible, or we can cut here if you want. Okay. So
you can try. And I will share the links to the 3 videos in the chat so everyone can see
yes,
whenever.
You can see the videos in English. Can you hear it? Okay. No sé por qué me pide esto.
We are not seeing it right now.
I don't know why it was cut.
I will try to share it. Just give me a second if we
Okay.
succeed on that.
Iba a poner, I was going to put Medigenomics. Okay.
This is the one that I want.
What is this Integracam? Yes.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear it. So
yes.
Okay. So Anna, last remarks from your presentation.
Okay.
We have a question on the chat before.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, yes, I will read it. Just give me a second.
Well, I invite
Yes.
you to see the rest of the videos. So I think they can give you an idea of in 3 minutes. And I recommend you to make things like videos to show your ideas and your final projects, because it gives more information than many words in just 3 minutes. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yes, they have been shared. The links to those videos has been shared within the chat box, so all attendees have the opportunity to click on that and to view them by their own. About the question, it's from Israel Bidov. He asks, what were the reasons for banning the open market consultation process for all the 3 projects? It's because of the similar topics or potential suppliers they target?
No, it was because they were going to be developed in the same period of time, but the challenges and the objectives of the projects and the topics are not similar. In fact, are different. What we did, and I didn't comment, is that we connect the 3 projects. We try to connect for the case use of interoperability. So the 3 projects have a common use case of interoperability through FHIR, but the topics were not similar. In fact, Interacan is very different from the rest of the projects, and the potential suppliers in some cases were common, in some cases they were different. There were suppliers that attend and participate in one project and not in another. And there were some suppliers that participate in 2. It depends of the priorities of the supplier. But they were going to be developed in a short period of time, during the same period of time. And it was a question to get to more people, just sending the message of the 3 projects at the same time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Anna. I don't know if there's no more questions on the chat. Anybody who would like to make questions?
Well, I would like to say
your micros.
That probably the procurers are more ready than what they think, but you have to go on. So I think now it's possible from our perspective. Now, if we can, we would like to help another procurers, from, for example, a hospital, the primary care managers to face the opportunity of the public procurement of innovation, because we think it doesn't have to be centralized by the council. It can be developed in a specific hospital or anyway. And now we think we can help with these procedures, with this process. And of course, we need skills, we need time, but it is not so difficult. We did it, everybody can do it. Okay, so and we could help another people to do it. Are these solutions available? These are innovative solutions. All these projects have a plan of, this is a question about the chat.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, there is a question on the chat from Maria Sarchis.
All these projects have to have a scalability plan that we have made with now we have a change in the structure, but at that moment it was the IT direction of Madrid Health Service. We made this scalability plan with them, and all these projects have this idea of scalability plan to try to promote the contribution of these innovation projects to the big strategic projects of the community. So now they are available in some cases for some patients, but not for all. And we hope that they will be considered in the final strategic projects. In fact, there is a strategy of digital health in Madrid that considers, for example, Infobanco as a reference, for example, that considers that the two main elements are going to be a data lake and a platform of genomics. So we hopefully think we will be able to contribute to those projects with the projects that we have developed, bottom-up projects. And also IntegraCamp is being watched by the persons from social services in Madrid and Madrid Digital that are developing an advanced teleassistance project that wants to include the help, the coordination and the integration with the health systems. At the first approach is that IntegraCamp can contribute to this integration between social and health in this case. So we are trying to work for this final objective of these projects to be to contribute and to be accessible for all the patients in Madrid.
Thank you, Anna. This is a very good conclusion from your presentations to work for the citizens at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for the break. Maybe Diana, you would like to share some information?
Yes, just a quick remark about the survey of the quality of the workshop, just in case someone is leaving now. But we please ask you to stay as we have another very interesting speaker coming, but I will go quickly through this. So you have the QR code here to scan, or the link. I will put it also in the chat box. It's just a 1-minute survey just to have your feedback about the workshop. And we will be very grateful about it to learn and do it better next workshops.
Okay.
So as said, thank you.
Thank you very much. We will come back in 20 minutes at 11 with Caterina Sampol. Thank you, Caterina, for joining, and see you later.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Katerina. You're mute, Katerina.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining. Okay, let's wait until 11. We're coming back. Okay, so now it's 11. I think that it's time to restart with this workshop. Thank you for those of you attending this second part. During this part, Caterina Sampol, that is the coordinator for public procurement of innovation of Hospital Sant Pau Barcelona, will introduce us to success cases, the Ritmo Core PPI and TK PCP. So first of all, thank you, Caterina, for offering us these success stories that for sure will bring to the workshop some lessons learned that will be very, very useful for all our attendants. So I give you the floor, Caterina, to share the screen and introduce your projects.
Thank you very much. First of all, many thanks to invite us to share with you, all of you, our experience in this amazing instrument that is the public procurement of innovation. So I will start sharing my screen, I hope. Wait a minute. I wasn't, I didn't open the
Do not worry.
I don't know, Diana, if you can share for me, because I think
Yes.
that, okay, you made some changes at the end, and I'm not sure to have the final version in this PC.
Don't worry, I will share the presentation.
Please go next, and
yeah.
Next slide. Thank you. Let me present myself. I am Caterina Sampol. As already you know, that I am coordinating the public procurement of innovation program in Hospital Sant Pau. I am also involved in other innovation projects here in the hospital, but I think that the experience I have since 2009 in working for different Catalan agencies in public procurement is something that is worth to share and to help other people to jump in these kind of processes that are for me are the future. In this period, I've been working or collaborating with different roles in several public procurement of innovation experience. In the healthcare sector in particular, I've been participating, first of all, in two important PPIs at the European level. The first was the Stop and Go PPI, and then the Ritmo Core PPI. in both helping the Hospital Sant Pau to implement, to adopt innovations that were on the shelf, but weren't implemented in the way we did. So this is the key innovation, and the adoption is something that is very important. Not only create new products, new solutions, but also to have the opportunity to adopt and to create value also for the industry. At EU level, I've been participating also in other instruments, that is the pre-commercial procurement. In fact, I started with the Decipher PCP, then I was working for the Catalan Agency of Assessment, and also I've been involved in the NINFA, TALEA, and more recently the PCP, that is, I am the coordinator from, because Hospital Sant Pau is coordinating this PCP. And also I've been assessing the Ukraine PCP and Russia PCP that are led by other organizations. Furthermore, not only in the healthcare system, I've been collaborating with the Catalan government to promote this, the public procurement of innovation. Also, the Catalan government from since 2014, it has created the public procurement of innovation program for the smart specialization strategies of Catalonia. And I am advising them in these programs. Now we are in the second program, and we are preparing the third version. In this case, we also promote this procurement in other sectors. For instance, the sustainability, the waste program, where we also promoted this public procurement of innovation to improve the selective collection of waste at municipal level. Next slide. That's all for me. Next slide, please.
Yes.
Well, also to know a little bit about you, I would like to give you some questions and to focus more on what you would like to hear from these two examples I will share with you today.
Thank you, Caterina. Just to say, I think it's the same code as before, just a new quiz is launched, so you can enter and start voting. We have 3 questions. If you agree, we can read them here, and then I will share my screen again with the results.
Perfect. Thank you very much. The first is, do you have previous experience in public procurement of innovation? This is the first question I would like you to answer. Yes or not is very easy. Are you planning to participate in a public procurement of innovation process? Also is important. Then we can have in the question and answer section, we can talk more about that. And in a public procurement of innovation, which are the roles you would assume in this kind of processes?
Yeah, and the third one, I think. Oh. I don't know, Caterina, you want to read the third one also, and we change?
No, yes.
Yes, okay.
In a public procurement of innovation, which of the following roles will fit best with your participation. No? You will be a buyer, you will be an assessor, or or you will be a bidder.
Okay, thank you, Katerina. Now the pool is open for all of you to vote, to participate. If you do not remember the code, please, you can go into the chat box. There you will find the link to join this survey. So let's wait a couple of minutes and then we can share the answers.
I will proceed to share my screen with the results. Okay. So there we have, Katerina.
Well, most of you have previous experience. That is fantastic. And also, let me see. Well, and also are planning, all of you are planning to participate. That is fantastic. I will be at your disposal to answer any question do you think. Then, well, you are more focused on the needs definition. Yes, it's a very important stage in the procurement. The needs definition and also the implementation, the change management. I will talk about that a little bit more in the two examples I will share now with you. Thank you. Let's continue then.
Yeah, I will go back to the presentation.
Perfect. Thank you, Diana.
So,
well, yeah. Well, in São Paulo, we started in 2015, and we started adopting innovation through procurement. We started with a simple project, but very that solved a very big need of us. That was the stop and go PPI, where we implemented a value-based model to improve follow-up for implanted cardiac defibrillators patients. Since then, all these kind of devices, they send information to the company that built this device, but the procedure to follow up these patients didn't have the global vision of how all the patients with these ICDs, implanted defibrillation, cardiac defibrillation, were doing, and only when the patients came to the online visits, the clinicians had to collect all the information from the previous visit and know a posteriori how the health or how the device was working and how the patient was doing. So our cardiologist was sure that we could gather all the signals from all the industry that of the implanted defibrillators and have a holistic approach to and online approach to the follow-up of these patients. We started with that. This was an innovation, but with technology that was on the shelf, because all the technology was there, and what we helped to create were monitoring devices and central control for follow-up of patients that has been worth And now we are using this philosophy in other models, in other treatments. So we started in 2015, and we realized that this was a good way to implement and to create, introduce innovations in our attention to our patients. So we have created a program to follow up, in which I joined, I enrolled in this program in 2019 with the Rimocore PPI project that I will also explain more in detail later. The Rimocore went a step forward to the stop and go, because the Rimocore also in Rimocore, not only the Hospital Sant Pau was involved, but also from the idea of the stop and go, we already implemented this philosophy, including also the patient, the patient empowerment and the coordination with other hospitals. So was a step forward, and I will talk more about this. Furthermore, we thought that we had to go a step forward and try to not only adopt innovation like in Stop and Go and Rimocore, but also to drive innovation towards creating now generation of services. In this sense, we started and we are coordinating the TICE PCP project that is also funded by the Horizon 2020 program of the European Commission. And here we drive the market to create a new generation of solutions for patients that have advanced heart failure, and also have other comorbidities that are very complex to follow up. They have a syndrome, not only an illness. So this TKPCP is about that, about new generation of super solutions to better treat these patients in the all patient journey until the end of life. Okay. Well, but all these until now, these three projects are we have the help of the European funds that have been very important to start. The public funds are important to push the buyers to go beyond the normal daily work. I mean, innovate through procurement is difficult. Requires a lot of knowledge, and also requires a lot of efforts. So if you have the additional financing, you are is easier to start with these kind of projects. But our vision in Sant Pau is to be able to continue with this innovation. We don't want to create new innovations, but we want to adopt innovation and to make this adoption sustainable. In this sense, our models have to be sustainable along the time. We have budget pressures at the hospital because we have an increasing demand as all the healthcare sector, and our budget is not increasing at the same rate of the budgets we will receive. So we we need to create and adopt innovation that could be affordable in the future for the hospital. And in this sense, the stop and go is a sustainable model, because after the end of the stop and go project, we conducted a second procurement process with improvements from the Rimocore, and now we are also in the stop and go second version. We are working with that, and we applied this philosophy in other treatments. For instance, to early detect or diagnose, in this case, lung cancer. We started also in 2016, and well, it's been very successful. And this new technology has allowed us to go beyond the technology, to also implement new approaches to treatment in collaboration. That is very, very interesting. So these innovations not only are useful not only for addressing the need that was the motivation to start, but can have other applications in our context. We also have been working in another example, that is the acute coronary syndrome. That here we had a less mature group of needs, and here in collaboration with the industry, we are defining a program that during this year we will procure through public procurement of innovation. We have a first procurement that was to create a program to develop all the needs for this kind of secondary prevention of acute coronary syndrome. And now, not only for the secondary prevention, but also for primary prevention, we are preparing a new innovation procurement that we are preparing to launch before the end of this year. We also are working very hard, and we are about to launch the procurement for heart valve diseases, to address the heart valve diseases in collaboration with all our reference area. Here we involve also other hospitals that implant or this kind of therapies, but also we are involving the primary care and the referrers, the hospital referrers, in order to give our patients a more efficient approach. Because what we realize in this case is that where the patient lives is something that is relevant, and we want to be to create a model that is equitable for all our reference area patients. We are also starting to prepare a public procurement of innovation for diabetes. All these projects are financed with the San funds, are not public funded. We have another very interesting project that is funded by the Next Generation funds, that is the International Drug Code. Here we want to implement new technologies to identify the secondary prevention, to address the secondary prevention of drug-related problems that are very, very frequent in elder patients. And these kind of patients are the most important visitors of our emergencies room department. So this is a very interesting project. We are also writing down the procurement, and we are going to launch this procurement after summer holidays. Well, this is a wide program, and now I want to start explaining two of these projects. One is the RimoCore PPI, and the other one will be the TICE PCP, to have the two approaches of these two interesting, I think, projects. Well, what is RimoCore? RimoCore is the innovation for a healthy heartbeat. This is the motto of the RimoCore. And next slide, please. Why did we join? Why we needed RimoCore? First of all, we had the previous successful experience of Stop and Go, and we were sure that we had a very and shared unmet need that required multidisciplinary knowledge to be addressed. The pacemaker patients are elder, very elder. We have dispersion of follow-ups, a lot of family overload, because these patients always used to come to the visits with some relative or carer, and a lot of commuting. Well, our teams were overloaded with this, to attending to this kind of patients, and we knew that this follow-up could be made with remote monitoring. And also we thought that in this sense we needed also to include the patient in this new model of treatment and follow-up. Next slide. This was a common need for a lot of hospitals. In fact, we presented the RimoCore project at the Horizon 2020 call at the beginning of 2016, and we are five hospitals from 2 different countries, 3 Catalan and 2 from UK. Well, all of us shared these needs and went through the definition of the needs. Of course, to conduct this PPI, we had the support of Aquas as coordinator of this PPI, and Valdeinova from Spain, and also we had Smart Homes from the Netherlands, Gera, and also other knowledge partners that were very important to define this new model of treatment. Click, please. We will show the map. We were from different, well, from 2 countries, but very different realities, because São Paulo and BG hospitals are tertiary hospitals in the healthcare systems of Catalonia, but Mutua de Terrassa is from the surrounding area of Barcelona. It's not from Barcelona city, but is there. And Liverpool Heart and Chest Hospital is from the National Health System of UK, and this is implanting a lot of pacemakers every year, and Countess of Chester Hospital is also a reference in UK. Next slide, please. Well, what did we do in Rimocore? In Rimocore, we procured innovative ICT services to improve the arrhythmias care process by addressing the misalignment of provider, administration, and clinicians. And we moved from a hospital-centered service to a patient-centered model of care. Click, please. With trying to maximize the value for the patient. In this sense, we change we create a public-private partnership among the hospital that were the buyers, the administration. In this sense, we included from the UK and also from the Catalan Ministry of Health agencies to learn and also to assess how to the scalability of this experience to be adopted by the rest of the healthcare system. Next slide, please. So the Rimocore has 5 nuclear pillars, and I will start with one that is for me very relevant, that is the change management. To adopt innovation, change management is key, because adopting means to change the way you do things in a hospital, and you need also to monitor through a dashboard how are you doing. Change management in this kind of projects may last 1.5 years or 2 years in the best of cases. Also, for the model we implemented, we have the personalization of the aromatherapy. We also included the remote monitoring of patients. Also the coordinated care with primary care and also with other care teams that were treating the patient, and the patient activation, educating patient, and also with giving them and their relatives tools for self-caring. Okay, and click. Please, can you click? I can see. Well, this model has a final pillar that is the 6th pillar that allow us to create all that. We made the change of model with the collaboration, public-private partnership in a value-based model. I will explain more in deep now. Next slide. Well, which were the innovation drivers? The patient-centered care, patient activation and patient experience, the value-based procurement, and the public-private partnership. Those were very, very innovation drivers that were very important. Next slide, please. Well, from 2016 that we were awarded to 2019 that we launched the procurement, there was a very long journey to achieve this objective of launching. And also we had a lot of problems. I will talk a bit more later. But at the end, we could award the contracts in 2021, in the middle of the pandemic of COVID-19. And in this procurement, we defined the quality key performance indicators that were worth a part of the contracts for the companies, the awarded companies, and we defined how to measure these key performance indicators, and also we create a command center and to follow up how were we doing. And well, this has been very successful until now. Every year, also during pandemic, we reach almost 100% every year of the quality key performance indicators. That is a big success, and we are very, very proud of the results we are getting. Not only São Paulo, but also Belvige is very won't not come back to the previous model. Will follow with this kind of model. And also, despite the COVID, we have a decrease in the activity because of this process. But the patient activation, because in the activation of patient was not only for the new implants, but also for patient previously implanted with a pacemaker, and to more than 95% of patients agreed to enter this Remocore program, and they felt much more safe, and they were very, very happy. Also, the relation with these patients with remote monitoring changed, because previously they came to have the face-to-face visits with a planning and so on. And now they had the opportunity to call or to have online visits also, but they knew also how they were doing. And sometimes when our Remocore nurse, case nurse, calls them to know, hey, how are you doing? How do you feel? And things like that. They say, well, please call me tomorrow or at this timetable, because I will be more for you. Now I have other things to do. It's very interesting, because also this relation with the patient, and the patient is really feeling empowered by this kind of model. Needs a slide. As I already mentioned, we have very, very, very interesting results. Also in the first year of contract, we achieved key performance indicators that are much better than what is the standard for the publications that are recommending, no? Because major complication at 19 days, for instance, in the first year we had 1.4%, when the guides recommend 4.5%. That is something that was very, very, very important for us, and also, I mean, for Belvige. And we had an excellent emergency response, because we were having information from the patient before we recommended them to come to the emergency to have a personal visit. Well, and we also create a specific IT system to support this follow-up with global control panel and alert activations. Every morning we receive alerts from our patients that are segmented according to the degree of gravity, and our Rimokore in our case review that only the ones that have no a clear protocol to follow are elevated to the cardiologist. So this is something that allow us to treat or to have in follow up more than 2,000 patients, including pacemaker and implanted cardiac defibrillator. This is an amount that is unbelievable. In 2015 we were almost with a quarter of these patients. We were with an overload, and we need the same volume of clinicians to attend better these patients, because we have also high rate of detection of atrial fibrillation episodes. That is very important for prevent stroke in patients. And we have also these kind of control, global control panels that allow us to make quickly to know how are things going. Next slide. Well, we learn a lot, a lot. Well, first of all, that the resistance to change from the market is also something that has to be taken into account. This innovation of stop and go and Rimokore is disruptive, not because the technology is new, not because we are developing new treatments, because we are doing things in a different way. And not all the industry wants to change from selling devices, be a device provider, to be a partner of the hospital and share also the results of the patients. And we had an important appeal in Rimokore because of this resistance from the industry. And well, at the end we won this appeal and could finally award this important new model that is so important. And something we learned then is that the radical changes in the daily care should be done step by step. We started with the stop and go. Without the stop and go, we couldn't implement the Rimokore. Next slide. Well, also was mentioned in the previous by the previous speaker, a multidisciplinary team with clinical leadership is key for this kind of model, and this should be bottom-up projects. A clinician should have an unmet need that is willing to address, and the rest we have to go with him and help him to make a reality this change. Next slide. Well, click. The value base is not for short-term savings, it's for long-term sustainability. At this moment, we are sustainable, as we demonstrate with the stop and go. Now we are implanting, but well, we are not buying the cheaper defibrillator or pacemaker, but we are paying a value that is worth for all we get. We are getting much more, and we are collaborating with the industry. So the industry and our clinicians will learn from each other. That is a very good partnership that we want to promote also in the future. Next slide. But it's worth. We also won the European Innovation Council Award for Innovation Procurement Strategy last December. So we are very happy on that. Next slide. Well, if you want to know more, we can have question and answers after this speech. And also you can download the Rimocore handbook from the Rimocore PPI website. We have also a bunch of YouTube videos that can be very lighting on what we did and how useful it is not only for us but also for the other hospitals and also for our patient. That is the more important. Next slide. Well, we moved ahead with the ticket pre-commercial procurement. Here we want to create a new generation of solutions to deliver quick responses for individuals with advanced heart failure and complex care needs. Next slide. Next slide. Well, why TICE? TICE is about heart failure. Heart failure there is more than 62 million people living with heart failure around the world at this moment. And advanced heart failure is a syndrome that causes a lot of burden of the healthcare systems around the world. And more than 50% of health expenditures are done in the last 6 months of life of the patient. So another figure that is very important is that the risk of death is about 35% the first year, but 50% of the patients die at 5 years after the first admission in the emergency rooms of hospitals. So this is a very, very important illness to find new ways to address. So we decided to go to something that is more difficult than the Rimocore, that is the TICE PCP. Next slide, please. Next slide. Well, we started in March 21st, and this pre-commercial procurement will last until February 26th. We started with the preparation phase that lasted until December last year. So the needs assessment, the common challenge, and all these processes very, very important because is the key seeds to create a strong call for tenders that has to last for the 3 phases of the pre-commercial procurement. We conducted our open market consultation. We started on summer 21st, and our open market consultation lasted until the end of October of 2021. We also spent a lot of efforts to activate the potential bidders. We create also tools in our website. You can visit. I haven't put the link, but you can visit the TICE PCP project, that website, where you can see all the videos, all the webinars we conducted, and all the information we created, and also a matchmaking tool in order to promote the creation of consortium to present bids to our call for tenders. We were very proud because we received 16 very good proposals of solutions, and from that we choose for the four most promising proposals. We awarded 4 contracts for designing. From these 4 proposals were also very good. This design process has been we have learned a lot, and we now are starting the phase 2 of the pre-commercial procurement, that is the prototyping and the development of the 3 of these solutions that are also, we are very excited about the results of this prototype because they are very promising. And then by the end of next year, we will award two contracts for file testing until the end of 2025 of these solutions in three buyers that I will now, in the next slide, I can explain you which are the ticket PCP project partners. Next slide. Well, we are 8 partners, 3 procurers, that is Sant Pau, that is the coordinator and lead procurer. Also, Avellino from the south of Italy, and Region Västerbotten from the north of Sweden. We have also 5 supporting organization knowledge partners that are helping us in all the in the preparation phase mainly, but now also when we are assessing.
Joder, ayer no hicimos nada y hoy no paramos.
When we are assessing and the bidders, and also during the process when we have some needs, and our challenge is for us is very important because we need to address the integrated care for these patients I mentioned previously. This I wanted also to say that one thing that is very important in TK, I think, is that the solutions I believe that will be able to be adopted in a PPI all over Europe, because now we are the buyers, we are very different. Barcelona is a very populated city, big city, and Sant Pau is in the city center. No, so our population is dense and is resident in very close to us. But in Avellino, the buyer is a secondary hospital that is specialized in geriatry, and is depending on the Naples hospital, but is not the Naples hospital. And they are a rural area, and they are less populated than us, but with very elder people. And Region Västerbotten is very low dense, and they have TK as a pathfinder to the revolution that the Swedish health system is implementing, that is to empower the primary care to attend better the patient. So we are 3 different realities working together with the needs, and that I think that the solution that will be tested in the 3 buyers will be very interesting for around Europe. Next slide, please. Well, our challenge is to create a solution that allow to define and to define a care team that is planning all the needs of the patient, listening to the patient, and also having their wishes included in the planning for care of the patient. Also, this solution have to give us, that could be to the monitoring team, give communication tools. Not only call, not only tools for webinars, but a way to easily communicate all the needs of the patient and to be proactive to attend all these needs, and also empower all the monitoring team that can change during as the illness of the patient is advancing. In this sense, we envisage a virtual care center where all the services needed for all the patients are collected and gathered, and this virtual care center can be led by primary care, by the hospital, or also by other organizations that could in some moments be the prevalent in treating these patients. Next slide, please. Well, I am almost finishing. These two examples is to say, well, at this moment there are a bunch of pre-commercial procurements in healthcare running. They are in phase 2, almost all of them, or starting phase 3. Is worth to adopt these innovations we are helping the industry to create, and to go for PPI. So for us, next year is to create a strong relationship with other PCPs, to look for synergies and complementarities, to create new PPI models for adopting all these innovations. We will work very much on that from next year on, in order to have a PPI ready to implement by the start of 2026. I think that's all from my part. I have some questions also to finish this presentation, and please, Diana, can you show us these questions?
Yes, just to remind everyone, it's the same code, so you can use the same link as before. And now we are going to read the final questions, and then we go to the survey.
Well, there are only two questions. One is, which instrument do you think can impact more the innovation ecosystems, the pre-commercial procurement and of public procurement of innovation? And also the second one, the fifth question is, do you agree that research and innovation programs should invest more funds in this type of instruments? Yes or not? They are easy.
Okay, thank you, Caterina. I'm going to launch the quiz so you can answer. We'll give you a couple of minutes. Also, to remind you, you can type some questions in the chat box for now, or open your micros when we finish to ask them directly. we only have one answer, so please, everyone, if you can enter and answer these two final questions, so we can do some kind of conclusions and analysis.
Yeah, I think that the answers are increasing. Thank you for all of you for contribute to these questions. Okay, maybe we can
I will
start
share my
sharing the
screen.
results. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diana.
So, Caterina, when you want.
Yes. Well, I agree with the majority of the answers that this public procurement of innovation has a bigger impact, but because really this is when the real change becomes a reality in the daily the service we provide to the citizens. So for me, PPI is very important, but is also interesting the pre-commercial procurement. And the public procurement of innovative technology is also very useful. For instance, with drug-related problems, we are going to procure new technologies. But implementing is very important. And also, of course, I also agree with all of you that the help of the public funds is very important to move forward the innovation through public procurement, and that's a reality. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Caterina, for your presentation. We as a supporting organization of PCP and other PPIs processes, either national or European, agree with most of the lessons learned you have already shared with us. And also your conclusions demonstrate that the importance of those both process in the impact on the citizens. Well, there is no questions on the chat. There is a question, but has been already solved during your presentation. It was related to the funds from the Ritmo Core project. So this has been already solved. I don't know if any of you would like to open the micros to make any questions, any final thoughts. If not, then just to once again say thank you to our both speakers. Very interesting success stories, very interesting first-hand insights from both kind of projects. And well, that's all from my side. Maybe Diana, you would like to share the screen once again for sharing the QR code for the workshop survey.
Yes, thank you, Raquel, and thank you, Caterina and Anna, for your presentations also. I will share just some final slides with next steps we have within the Health Innofacilitator project, and also the information about the final survey I've already commented in the break we had before. So just concerning next steps of the project, also, apart from these workshops, the next step we have is an ad hoc individual coaching and tutoring sessions. So just to remind you, the central objective that Silvia talked at the beginning of the workshop is to enable procurers to learn about and adopt innovation procurement practices, tools, approaches, and policies for developing sustainable and innovative solutions in the healthcare. So for these, we have done these 3 workshops, and we are now continuing with the coaching and tutoring sessions that will be in the next months. So just some highlights about this to be informed, and you can check in our website where all the information will be published in a few weeks. These are it will be a recruitment call based on eligibility and selection criteria that will be specified in the call. The interested buyer within the Health Innofacilitator community can submit a proposal with following the template that we will explain also in the call. And well, with all the submitted proposals, there will be a committee of 7 experts that will be appointed and will evaluate all the applications and select a maximum of 5 public buyers to follow these coaching and tutoring sessions in the next months. Also to highlight, we have 2 main topics. The first one is the advice, sorry for the noise, is the advice for public buyers on the formulation of their needs. And the second topic is more based on the advice on the PPI process. So now, just to stay tuned, follow our next steps. All buyers are invited to this process. You have all the conditions in the call when it's published, and just as a schedule, we are launching this call in September probably, and then there will be the application process opened. It will be specified in the call the time that's opened and the way to submit it. And finally, the evaluation process and the results that we will also be published. And as I said, a maximum of 5 public buyers will be selected to this process. So if you are interested to be part of this or will know someone that could be interested, you can stay tuned in our website that we will publish all the information in the following weeks. And then just a final remark, as I explained before, if you are able to enter this link or through the QR code to give us some feedback about this workshop, what you like the most and so on about the speakers, we will be very grateful. I will copy again the link in the chat so you have it available, and we will also send it again by email so it's easier for you if you are not able to do it right now. And well, that's all from my side. I don't know if you want to any other question. Someone, I will stop sharing to see faces.
This is the last opportunity for them. Okay, no more questions. So thank you very much to all of you, and especially to our 2 speakers, and see you soon. Okay.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.